We're well on to our spiritual journey now, our journey into wisdom. But it would be remiss of me at this point if I didn't just point out a couple of caveats, a couple of things to avoid falling into any pitfalls down the road. So we said the major tool that we're using is subconsciousness, didn't we? Now I'd have to bear in mind now the way that subconsciousness actually works. Its modus operandi, its mode of operation. How does it go about its business? Well, it reacts, we've said before, haven't we, impassionately to suggestion. It takes instructions that you give it and it takes them absolutely literally. There's no value judgments in subconsciousness. There's no morals. There's no right or wrong. It just takes the instruction you've given it and literally puts it into action. It's a bit like a computer in that way, even though a computer, of course, is a lot more coarse than this wonderful thing we're calling subconsciousness. But then it responds to what you put in. What you put in is what you get out. So for that reason, obviously, you've got to be very careful what you put in. What do you feed in? What you feed into subconsciousness. The old saying is, be careful what you wish for. And this is very true, because whatever you wish for, you will get. Now, for instance, an example, your goal might be to have a lovely, huge house overlooking the sea. So you visualize a huge house overlooking the sea. And then a year down the line, you end up working in Blackpool for an estate agent. Now, that wasn't quite what you had in mind. So what I'm saying is be careful what you work on this. Work on every aspect of your vision. Make sure that you're putting in what you want to get out. You want to live it in the house. You don't want to be selling it to somebody else. So we're caught sort of in the area here of what the Eastern mysteries called karma and the Western mysteries called duality. But in essence, what we're talking about is getting the balance right. Because balance is what the universe is all about. We need to be balanced in what we do, and we know that we will get out what we put in, which is a balance. And we need to realise that the universe always returns itself to a state of balance. That's very important. And in the bigger course, self-mastery and power will go into that. And also, I need to add into the mix that when you do a visualization, the visualization is about you and what you want. Don't involve anybody else, because that goes against all laws of nature. You can't be visualizing something for somebody else. That is just the dark side, really. Don't involve that in your journey. Do not involve anybody else. Do not try and change anybody else, because that will backfire. But having said that, it's a fantastic, wonderful world of wisdom that we've entered. And I'll see you in the epilogue. Well done. You've now completed both of the wisdom courses. It's great to know that you've got the stickability to get through, follow something through. It's a great thing in life, so congratulations. So I'll have a little bit of a recap of just what we've been through, okay. First of all, we did the Walking Your Path of Wisdom course, and that was to give you some basic ideas of the Western mystery wisdom tradition, to plant ideas in your mind, important ideas about the way the universe is. We looked at things like who exactly you were, who you weren't, what your inner essence was. We looked into the quantum field, and we looked into consciousness, what consciousness is, and which bit of subconscious we use, particularly the subconscious or the collective unconscious, as Jung called it. We looked into the fact that the creation is continuing, and that means that we have total potential possibilities in life. Anything is possible. So this introduced the idea of life journeys. And then to take that further, in this particular course, Living Your Path of Wisdom, we look further into these life journeys, what they actually mean, how you can benefit from these life journeys, what they actually are. It's given you ideas, and it's been able to, and we've developed these ideas, we've taken them forward. So what we're doing, we're looking into the Western mystery wisdom tradition, which I've been following all my life for many, many, many years after formal training and informal research. Now, this is a whole and complete philosophy of life, a philosophy of living, a philosophy way of understanding the universe. It's a way of understanding the laws that the universe lives by. Because it's like laws of physics. If you know the laws, you can work by them and you can work with nature. It also teaches you the powers that these laws operate by. And the whole course was, the whole tradition, is to develop your understanding of these concepts of more and to live by them. So now you've had a very practical introduction to what the Western mystery tradition can do. But now I want to ask you, do you want to find your own path in life? Because if you do, and you want to carry this thing in further, if it's intrigued you to want to step on this road and follow it, now might be the time to go deeper into this fascinating living philosophy. You can learn how to turn this into your own practical life journey, your own practical way of living, your own practical way of learning more and more wisdom as your life goes on, and all the added benefits that this brings to you, like charisma and confidence and just a sense of well-being and understanding and fitting into the universe, into this world that we live in, and to be able to control the direction you want to go by, setting these goals and knowing the powers and the laws that the universe lives by, so you can gain them. Well done for getting this far, but if you do want to follow this journey, my masterclasses, the self-mastering empowerment through ancient wisdom, I hope you follow me along this life journey. It really is, changes your life and brings fulfillment to you. And if you want to carry on the journey, just book on the course, and I'll see you in the first lesson of the first course.